Good evening. Alright, cool. How you lot doing? So, this evening's foray into pretty useless bass world, as I scroll through the life and times of my mind, is actually going to be about tone. And start it off straight away. 75% of your tone comes from your hands, your strings, and the electronics on the bass. So let's start with the hands. This is another quick live thought for beginners. We are aiming for 50 videos, back to back to back to back to back, and we're going to start now by looking at different tonal options with your hands. I probably should have got a mic stand, but I didn't. Get the mic stand. Who thinks the bass is gonna fall? Complete disrespecting everybody's time by just forgetting basics like I don't have free hands. So we are going to talk a bit about gear tonight because we all love gear. Gear is awesome. But we want to start off with the biggest thing that affects our tone, which is our hands. I'm not actually sure if you guys can see me. The mic stands in the worst place possible. So, most of you will have a P-bass in your life, and what we're going to look at with this P-bass is volume on full, tone on full, and let's pick the key of G, and let's just start by playing lightly, playing hard, moving our hand back and forward, because straight away there are 4 things that massively affect your tone. So I'm going to start my favourite place, in front of the pickup, soft, bit harder, dynamics is as much a part of tone as anything. But let's move our hand back a bit. You can notice the tone is changing. Go back a bit further. Very different tone at this point. The more relaxed you can be, the better I think you'll sound. Something I learned very recently was to have an end point for your finger stroke. So what I'm trying to do here is get my fingers to connect with my thumb like they would if I was on a lower string. It would go to the anchor point, but when you're on the E string, or whatever your lowest string is, maybe it's a B string, you will get a much more even tone if your fingers are stopping on the thumb. So this is with it just going anywhere. You straight away hear the inconsistencies. You could also do a Jameson and just use one finger. But the way you interact with your string is, I think, at least half of your tone. The next thing that I think has the biggest effect on your tone is your control and your muting. If you're just kind of got things ringing out and your note length isn't defined, people will hear that as bad tone, as bad playing, as bad time. So if you can get your muting together, let's play two shorts and a long. So the way I'm muting is I'm using my second, third and fourth, third, fourth and fifth finger to deaden the strings on my fretting hand. And I'm also using my plucking fingers to cut the string and stop it moving. So, like I say, this is a quick video, so when you're practicing tomorrow, really think about how you're connecting. Are you relaxed? Is the tone you're going for a smoother R&B pop thing? Or are you looking for that more clangy rock kind of tone? Both are absolutely correct. It's just about what you want, and just make sure you spend some time connecting with your instrument to make sure you actually find that. I said the next biggest part about tone is your strings. And again, there's not many wrong answers, but there are definitely better answers for certain circumstances. So this is my P-bass multi. It has old round strings on it. Works quite well in this bass because it's quite a dark sounding bass. The tone's all the way up. If I roll the tone off, still quite a bright sounding bass. A dark sounding bass, sorry. So your string choice, and again, how you interact with those strings. super important. After the strings, it's about the electronics. This is a Squier P bass, but these are Fender custom shop electronics in it, so it does have quite a nice sound. But this Sire here, this is a 5-string active jazz, has completely different electronics, but they sound good. And for most electronics, as long as they work, they'll fare fine. Don't overthink it. Your main job is to play the bass nicely, and that will get you most of your tone. Unfortunately, your tone is not in your gear. You can see there's some pedals here. This is the Origin Effects bass rigs, the SVT clone. This is a compressor. I have an envelope filter, and I have a octave fuzz kind of thing here. Sometimes effects are good. You can't get that sound of your hands. You can't get this sound of your hands. Their effects though, and nothing to do with your tone. With this off, so if I just play, shall we sit on G again? This was the SVT emulation on. And now if we go to it off, so this is just for guess the compressor out and everything is true bypass. So now there's a lot more mid. You can really hear the P bass coming out. So the moral of this story, when you're practicing, really think about how you're playing the note. Connect with it musically. Close your eyes, listen to it. Is it the sound you want? This is the sound I love. I love a nice solid bass note with a lovely medium slow attack. But maybe for you, you want something insane. But there's a time and place for everything. When it comes to gear, buy wisely. Save up extra money. Get the thing you actually want. Like, you're gonna end up buying twice. Don't buy the cheap pedal because it does the sound you want, but you really want the Strymon or you really want the BAE 1073 EQ for your recording chain, save up for it, get the thing you want. The most important thing right now is every day that you practice and you're consistent with yourself. That is the most important thing. When you're doing any kind of practice, just be consistent, be there every day for yourself. But if you do want to know a bit about EQ, if you have a good amp, like I have an Ashdown here and I'm using this SVT clone here, start with everything at 12. And from there, if it is well built, you should most of the time need very small tweaks. So if we sit on a D, it's a bit boring. But if we maybe boost the bass a little, put a bit more drive into it. So what my hands are doing is the shape of the note, the envelope. So because I use the pad of my finger quite a lot and I'm muting with both hands, I can control the attack, attack, delay, sustain, release, ADSR, the shape of the envelope. So the amp doesn't change that. The amp is changing basically the harmonics in the note that you're hearing afterwards. So let's recap, because this is only supposed to be a very short video. 50% of your tone comes from your hands. How you play, please be relaxed. Even if you're watching some crazy, really fast, really hammering the strings, the guy doing it is probably very relaxed. Or if you're more into the gospel, R&B, the Pino, D'Angelo Rest His Soul, that if you're more into that style, then play with a lighter touch. The next 25% is coming from your bass, the strings especially, and the electronics. There's a lot of debate about tone wood. Hey, if you can afford a bass with a Babinga top, go for it. I'm playing a Squire, so I don't think the wood's that important. I think is it well made and does it play right is important, and then the strings, the electronics are very important. I bought this high mass bridge. It makes no difference. I've learnt this the hard way. This was a waste of 20 quid. The bass sounds exactly the same. After that, yeah, your gear. Do you have a good cable that works? If you are using the outboards, dial them in, take time, record it, listen to it, A/B it. Your time spent with your instrument is time spent improving yourself, and that is the best way to create great music, is to constantly try and be mindful and improve yourself. So I'm still on this journey. My tone isn't where I want it to be. I recorded something earlier for a project and I was really happy with it in the headphones. I listened back to it and it sounds like arse, and I'm going to do it again tomorrow. But hey, we live and we learn. Please hit subscribe, hit follow. I think I have to say all these things now because that's what all my favorite YouTubers say. But more importantly, if you don't hit subscribe and if you don't follow and you don't comment, you don't press like, use that time and energy to practice. Like, go pick up your bass for 5 minutes. Do a G major scale. Let's do it down. Let's do it down here. That was very badly played. Some of the notes are too short. Anyway, peace. Have a great night. Enjoy your Friday night. Don't go out. Stay home. Practice. You'll feel better for it in the future. Bye.